waaw nii dañuy def après nga ko def.
mais nit ñi kenn du leen gis quoi.
ah non kii bi moo gàtt. bu ko demandé ñu yokk ko de.
yokk naa ko ba yokk naa ko.
Boleh kamera ada dulu.
We know where the parents are sitting, Jonah.
Sitting upstairs.
Anna, where are the parents sitting?
I'm not sure.
12 on stage.
Yeah.
I think
We will.
grade 9 is the only way.
Should we do these side bits? Let's nominate the side bits.
Yes, let's go outside.
Let's make the executive call. Okay. Let's parents down here or down there. And we'll see where we stand. Alright.
Hey, Musa! Switch selfies.
I'll put the parents on the side so I can go on. Alright, parents can sit here, or you can sit down on the side over there if you want, or there's a few rows in the front. Either side or in the front. Wherever you want, man. Wherever.
Welcome. For those who are at the back, there are seats here. Please feel free if you'd like to come and sit in the front. We're ready to begin. Good afternoon and welcome. Today's a wonderful day. We're here to celebrate our seniors, of course. We're also here to celebrate us as a high school. This is the first time that we're all together as a high school in the PAC. Last year when we had this event, we did a 9 and 10 session, and it was followed by a session for the students in grade 11 and 12. So to be here all together in the PAC to celebrate you as a high school, the students, as well as our graduates on stage, is truly a special occasion. To begin, we'd like to say that we're here to celebrate excellence in terms of our guiding statements. For those of you who know, we value excellence in a breadth of different areas, in terms of academic success, in terms of the arts, in terms of athletics, in terms of service, in terms of leadership. So we're wanting students who do well across those disciplines. We're also valuing excellence in terms of our core values. At IST, you know that we value creativity, open-mindedness, responsibility, and excellence as well. And as an IB school, we also value excellence as seen through the learner profile attributes. As an IB continuum school, it's something that we're wanting to bring to life. And so today what we're doing is recognizing students in our community who have shown excellence across those diverse criteria. As a faculty, what we did is we nominated students in each grade level we thought would be worthy of being recognized in front of us as a community. And then as a faculty, we came together in grade level groups to select those students within a grade level that best represent those ideals that we're striving to achieve. And so today we'll celebrate 15 students across the high school. Teachers will come up and they will present the award to the student. They'll take time to show and to share how each student demonstrated the excellence that they did. One request for the teachers, please, once you present it to your respective student, if you would recognize the next presenter. And while today is a special event to recognize students, to appreciate our seniors who are graduating, it's also a chance to celebrate and recognize and give appreciation to us as a faculty. Students, you have done the bulk of the work, that's true, but without the support of the faculty, the knowledge, the care, the time they put into helping you achieve your best, you probably wouldn't have done as well as you have. So before we begin, I'd like to recognize the excellence in our teaching faculty. Please, if you would, give our faculty a round of applause. And as important as we think we are as teachers. There's one other group that actually helps fuel some of the success that we'll see on stage today. And we've invited the students' parents of those who are going to receive awards today, as well as other parents who are in the audience. So please, if you would recognize the support and care that is given from parents to students that realize this excellence. The awards aren't presented in grade level order. They'll be presented alphabetically overall. And to begin, Mr. Johnson, if you could please come to the stage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Johnson, and I teach English Language and Literature, MYP, and DP. And today I'll be presenting the first Jag Excellence Award that goes to one of our seniors. Last year, unfortunately, at the end of the year, we had to have one of our faculty members leave ISD, and that meant that someone would have to take on his Year 2 class. I immediately volunteered. It just made sense. I had a Year 2 class of my own, and I already knew many of these students. I also know that Ted had done a very good job in preparing them during Year 1, so I figured I couldn't mess them up too much. I also know there would be a challenge for me because of their preparedness, and because of many of the students in this class had very high expectations of both their teachers and of themselves. And at the beginning of the year, the first day, I locked eyes with someone who I knew had those high expectations of us both, and that was Chinwe Bruns. Chinwe and I have a history. Now, it's a good history, I think. Chinwe was in my 9th grade class, and that class will forever be etched in my memory as one of the best I've ever had. From day one, I knew that Chinwe was someone very special. I guess one of the first things I noticed about her was that fire she had in her eyes. She reminded me of me. And it didn't matter that I was a new teacher, that I was new to Senegal, that I was new to the culture, that I was new to the climate of the school. She had high expectations of me. She wanted to see what I was made of. She analyzed me. She dissected me. She challenged me from the very start, but not in a disrespectful way. More as like, I'm here to learn, you're here to teach, what you got? And that's what you want from a student, no? You want somebody who will keep you on your toes so that you just don't drone away from some rote stuff that you have from the ghost of classrooms past. She made me want to be a better teacher. She made me want to see her engaged in the classroom. She made me want to see that fire in her eyes. She's one of the most intellectually curious students I've ever met. She genuinely wants to know. In grade 9, when we would give back, you give back your grades and your assessments, most students don't care about anything else. They just want to see the grade. So I would have them sign up to come for conferences to see if they wanted to get input. Chinwe was the only one that ever signed up. I mean, no shade to anybody else, but she was the only one who did. And it was because she genuinely wanted to improve, right? And it wasn't just about the grade, because she always made good grades. It was about organization, it was about grammar, it was about syntax. It was about wanting to be a better writer, wanting to be a better student. Certainly things that she has become. Chinwe is also a social justice warrior. Not one of these banner-waving people who want to go on Instagram and post how woke they are. She sincerely wants the best for people. She feels that as long as people are struggling, it's her job as a human being to fight for them, especially if they don't have the voice or the strength to fight for themselves. Chinwe encapsulates excellence, not only here at ISD, but in whatever endeavors she pursues. That is why I believe it is appropriate that she is the first one to receive the Jag Excellence Award today. Because for those of you who are following in her footsteps, she has paved the way for excellence. Chinwe Bruns. Our next presentation will be an award for the 9th grade, and that will be presented by El Hodge.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elhaj, and I teach MYP Physical Education. So this Jag Excellence Award goes out to a person that I'm sure other teachers would agree is a deep thinker. She regularly takes ownership of her own learning. Her curiosity leads her to never settle and will go out of her way to make sure that she does the best that she can. She is not afraid to explore and take calculated risks. Her ability to question what some may consider norms will be the reason why she breaks down barriers in the future. Her questions can be inspiring, her energy is contagious, and anybody in the perimeter will undoubtedly benefit from it. This Jag Excellence Award goes to Christine Sharison. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Collin to introduce the next award.
Good day, everybody. Those who were here last year will remember I did a dramatic reinterpretation of Anuj Mohanty hitting a free throw in the Waisel basketball tournament. I will not be doing that today. Just gonna let you know. Instead, I'm going to talk a little bit about a very special student. Other teachers have described this student in the following ways. Very strong academic leader, strong in the co-curricular world, works very hard in art class, creative, never gives up, helps other students in class when they are falling behind or are confused. As the Athletics and Activities Director, I can speak directly to the students' involvement outside of the classroom, where she is a strong swimmer, a talented volleyball player, and a part of a very strong group of 9th grade footballers who will have a big impact on women's football at ISD for years to come. It is clear that this student shows great balance between her curricular responsibilities, where she is strong in the classroom and leads by her actions and words, but also balances that well with quiet excellence and leadership outside of the classroom. And here I'd like to emphasize that this student is someone I would characterize as a reluctant leader. By this I mean that she does not yet see herself as the leader she will almost certainly become. I've had so many conversations with this student about leaving behind the good in order to become great. Developing the willingness to take on new challenges and to take her place among the strongest student athletes at this school. To me, her humility and her anti-ego defines her leadership characteristics. And those of you who have played sports this year will know this phrase. She exemplifies, I am. It's not about me. While she is not the type of leader who steps forward with loud bombast, she nonetheless leads with quiet authority. This comes from her performance, her attention to detail, and her consistent excellence on the football pitch. This is an athlete who will go toe-to-toe with anyone. Her strength and physicality is not typical of athletes her age, especially when battling fearlessly with seniors and juniors and other older female athletes from around the car. When I asked her to join the A-team this season, she fought me tooth and nail to remain with her team. However, her performance on the pitch during matches, during training sessions, along with her consistent demonstration of exceptional character, made it impossible for us to ignore how important a player she is for the high school girls football team across the board. Again, her reluctance speaks not to fear or to apathy, but to humility and the respect she holds for her classmates, her coaches, as well as team sports generally here at ISD. An old Greek guy named Plato stated, and I'm paraphrasing this here, the truth is that the state in which leaders are most reluctant to lead is always the best and most quietly governed. Noodle, it's time to let your multifaceted excellence and your strong character guide your way forward and become the reluctant leader that every team, every cohort, and every school needs. I'm so happy and proud to award Ndidi Dixon with this Jag. And now, I would like to welcome Lindsay Long to the stage.
Obogian, Koyo, Abab, Jibande from Benin. Do you know Jibande? Jibande is the student's first given name, meaning patient. Risk-taking, attention to detail, diligence, positive attitude, open-mindedness, sense of humor, and their generosity of spirit demonstrated daily makes her a pleasure to be around. Her outstanding work ethic is an exemplar for never taking the easy way out. She's challenged herself in math, never to complain about the large amounts of work. She leads by example by fostering her peers and teachers with her genuine kindness. It takes patience to be an absolute gem. She has honored dozens of our community members as our school editor and creator of the Golden Roar, our literary magazine. With her formidable work ethic and her diligent, never give up attitude, she represents the excellence we strive for as a community. Her positivity never wavers, as she is a model and mentor to many, from dance, theater, basketball, and the countless hours in the TLC. I first met Daniela, Jabondi, Christian, Tylee, in Miss Cindy's classroom, where we greeted with words of encouragement for the day and would share the eagerness and attitude to learn all that we could. From the start of joining ISD to retaking grade 10 in order to give you another year of preparation for the IB. Patience has prevailed. From Miss Cindy, these are her words. I believed in you from the day we met, Daniela. Your grit, beautiful sense of humor, and genuine love of life have touched everyone in your path, and we are richer from knowing you. You have so many talents and so much to offer to others. Stay strong, stay believing in you, and keep fighting that good fight every day. I miss you and I love you. Love, Cindy. Thank you, Jabandi, Daniela, Christian, Jagvi, for your patience. And now Ms. Kate Lancaster. I might have to put my sunglasses on so I don't crack. Do you guys mind? Okay. Committed, fearless, never give up. These are the words that Anna Hall's teachers used to describe her. But these words have been in evolution. I've had the privilege of knowing Anna since 5th grade. And this confident lady that we see in front of us was not always like this. She used to be a shy, reserved girl. I know you can't believe it because now we all hear her voice and know her leadership, but it's true.
Many people would be surprised to know that Anna was once an extremely shy student. Not this bold voice we all hear now, but her self-discipline, self-awareness, and strong sense of value and duty have developed her and refined to make her the woman that she is today. Over the past 7 years, I've watched her grow, and I'm so proud of her journey, so much so that I have tears today. But in my opinion, it's not all of these leadership qualities that make Anna who she is. It's Anna's energy that make her the leader. She has a built-in level of respect and authority that even if you're next to her and she's silently in the room, you can feel her presence. And this is based in her strong roots and her identity as a young Senegalese woman. She's someone who's not scared to be alone or different from the crowd. She's confident in who she is and she's not scared to let her light shine. She's that student who greets everyone, the maintenance staff, every single person at the school, on her way in and out every single day, and she represents true Senegalese values. The depth of her roots ground her enough to speak up for injustice in her DEI work, to lead the basketball and volleyball team, and student council, and to excel in the classroom at the same time. Anna Hall deserves to be recognized for all that she has given to ISD, and for all the impact she has made on the school community. I know that you as a crowd all have been impacted by Anna and her leadership, and I would love if you could all give her a serious round of applause.
Next is Ms. Wendy Gifford to present this weekend.
Good afternoon, everyone. This Excellence Award goes to a young man who just joined us at the beginning of this school year. He really hit the ground running and immediately impressed all of his teachers with his intellectual curiosity, determined attitude, and willingness to try absolutely everything on offer. To say this student is a very active member of our community would be a gross understatement. He seems to pop up everywhere. MUN, debate club, forming and leading a photography club are just a few of the things he takes part in. He encourages the participation of others as he loves to share his passions and his enthusiasm, and this is a highly motivating factor for his peers. Recently, he impressed the whole school with his musical skills. He's a rock star in the making, it seems, and he now has a bit of a middle school fan club, I believe. He's also a keen actor, and we hope to see him on the stage in future productions. In class, in history class, he always adds steps to discussions while supporting and encouraging his peers. And he doesn't forget to add in an occasional well-placed joke either. In history class, we'll always remember his quip when we were studying the Vietnam War about the tunnels of Cu Chi. The specifics about this I'm not going to on this auspicious occasion. A supremely kind and caring person, he exemplifies our core beliefs through his creative pursuits, his willingness to challenge himself to be his very, very best, and to be an agent of change in the community. I'm delighted to invite this student to receive his Jag Excellence Award, Hendrik Hancock.
Good afternoon, everyone. From innovative designs of ice cream packages in grade 9 maths class, to coding an airline luggage app for the personal project in grade 10. This individual's creative thinking skills are second to none, and as a result, it has been quite a privilege to work with him these last few years. This person also acts as a representative of a good number of our students at ISD, where one needs to look beyond their overall command of the English language to see that they're truly exceptional and talented human beings. He's a humble, modest, and down-to-earth student who also has a kind and caring heart. He willingly helps others and has acted as a mentor and role model for a grade 7 student who was in need earlier this year. We are extremely grateful for his efforts and thank him kindly for the support he rendered to our young learner. It is my utmost pleasure and honor to hand this Jag Excellence Award to a student whose brain oozes with creativity and innovation, whose heart pumps with kindness, a great athlete, but who also needs to work on his English grammar. You are a star, Terence. I'm so proud to have had you as a student, and I wish you all the best. I'd like now to introduce Ms. Marinucci to present the next award.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I am delighted to present this Jag Excellence Award to a student who, when I asked earlier in the year for a word that he felt best described himself, responded immediately and emphatically with the word ambitious. While I can certainly see why this student would choose this word to describe himself, it's not the first word that comes to my mind when I think about him. There are at least a dozen other words I would choose before ambitious. In fact, not one teacher who I asked described this student as ambitious. Perhaps that's because the word ambition can sometimes have a negative connotation. Often we hear of people who pursue blind ambition, or who are nakedly ambitious. Sometimes ambitious people don't care what values they compromise or who they hurt in their pursuit of success. Those associations with the word ambitious just don't fit this student. So what words would I and the student's other teachers choose to describe him? Well, here's that list of a dozen other options. Motivated, eloquent, friendly, personable, kind, meticulous, switched on, hardworking, collaborative. And my personal contributions, energetic, funny, self-effacing. But what do those words really look like in action? Here's what we see. A student who, when faced with a schedule conflict in his after-school activities, would come to MUN Club meeting on a Friday afternoon for 20 minutes before racing off to swim practice, because he had a commitment to both. A student who, when faced with the requirement to complete 3 CAS activities this year, ended up completing 6 at last count. Moreover, this student convincingly reported to me that he enjoyed writing his reflections for his self-taught piano lessons because they helped him to see how much he was improving. A student around whom others coalesce in the TLC during study blocks to review for assessments, be they in economics, physics, or chemistry. With a little drama and a lot of humor, this student has the ability to make studying seem fun, or at least not that painful. Marcus Aurelius, allegedly, once said, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambition." So, a term. Perhaps ambitious is the best word. After all, your worthiness for this award is great, so it stands to reason that your ambition must be great too. Congratulations.
I want to just congratulate seniors for making it. Congratulations, seniors. The student I'm going to be talking about is a great leader to her peers and a well-respected member of our community. During Job Connect and advisory, she always helped her friends with classwork. I am amazed by her willingness to take part in growing her skills, her empathy towards others. This year, she also participated in a full basketball season and took a risk in doing so, demonstrating great IB learning profiles such as perseverance, risk-taking, and caring, to name just few attributes. What makes this student a good leader is that she takes initiative and succeed in having her friends and classmates endure her ideas. When we created a tree planting club here at ISD with 17 members, this student was really engaged from day one and never missed a meeting. She brings so much to the table with different ideas on how we can grow our team. She is really passionate about the club and the people involved in it. The student is always a kind person to everyone, no matter their identity. She is honest and challenges herself and others in a very positive way. Without further ado, please welcome Anouk Koon. I'd love to welcome Andy Carledge.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think that I first met this student last year when she joined us in grade 10. And what struck me most about her was her warmth, her smile, her engagement in class. Indeed, despite the fact that she was online and hundreds of miles away from ISD, she was the happiest, most engaged student in the room. Always smiling, asking questions, answering questions, wanting to engage with everyone. She's been described as a model student, hardworking, dedicated, inquisitive, always engaged. An amazing communicator, enthusiastic, energetic, motivated, determined to succeed. An absolute delight to have in class. Upbeat, incredibly polite, caring, kind, always ready to learn, a joy to teach. Like many of us, she's travelled extensively and lived in a number of countries. And she speaks 4 languages. She's had her struggles, as we all do at times, but is always determined to push through and remain cheerful and optimistic. She believes, in her own words, that a person lives while they stay motivated and have dreams. Her dream, which she's had since she was very young, is to be an ecologist, working as a field researcher to study and save what inspires her most: nature and the amazing wildlife on this planet. In fact, her father's name means good with nature. Indeed, she's loved exploring and camping in tropical rainforests, driving jeeps on safari, and even surviving an elephant attack, or so she tells me. What many people don't know is she also loves acting, especially in musicals, and in a previous school played the lead role in Mamma Mia. She's destined to lead, and she'll be the best kind of leader. Effective, courageous, optimistic, and kind. Perhaps you've worked out who I'm talking about, perhaps you haven't. So to reveal her name, I'll read a small poem. Apologies in advance. Not a boy, not called Roy, never coy, just full of joy. A happy one, lifting Gabon, an award now won, so well done. You amaze me when I gaze at you, because nothing phases you, Anastasia. Kurikova, come on over. Anastasia Kurikova.
And now Mrs. Hancock.
Good afternoon. Sometimes a person comes into a room and changes the conversation. They push our thinking forward. They activate us through their commitment to doing. We feel different from their presence. Today I have the privilege of speaking about one of these conversation changers and generous doers in our grade 10 at ISD. Some words that describe you, recipient, from your teachers include courageous, thorough, impressive, detailed, kind, hardworking, humble, curious about the whole world, talented in everything she does. As her teacher, I noticed immediately that when this student is absent for even a day, her lack of presence is palpable to all of us. Because that is what happens when you are a boundless risk taker, when you are a fierce inquirer, when you are totally involved in making every space at ISD a bit better. Our recipient comes into this life from a place of, yes, why not? Rather than, no, why should I? She is a giver, she's not a taker. She's a reader, she's a doer, she's a thinker, she's a creator, she is an activator. Her voice is strong and crystal clear, and like a diamond, she cannot be shattered as she walks our hallways and joins our activities and collaborates on our teams. Even at a young age, she has the courage to break glass ceilings. I would say even her own sense of what she is capable, she is beginning to break this year. And she does this in every space that I see her occupied. She is fearless. And we at ISD are so lucky to be inspired by her, to call her a colleague, to call her a student, to call her a partner, a teammate, to call her our friend. It has been said that people of accomplishment rarely sit back and let things happen to them. They go out and they happen to things. They change the average, and they change the narratives, and they change the conversation. To us, that is what Jag Excellence is. How incredible. And I'd like to congratulate Bianca. Here comes our glass ceiling breaker. And now we have Mr. Laria.
welcome him.
Thank you very much. Big apologies to this person, as I did not write a poem. My name is Mike Loria, and I am the Spanish teacher. I'm very happy to give this award to the following person. I've known this person for many, many years now, and I can tell that this person has so many talents, lots of talents, both academically, on the court, on the Wordle website. Oh, they're green, AR, it must be a verb. And that's when I know that I've done a really good job. I know that sometimes some of these speeches wait until the end and let you know who the recipient is, but I can't do that because I'm going to be mentioning this person throughout the speech, and so I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is for Grace. So I've known Grace since she was in 7th grade. Not in my class at the time, but later I was lucky enough to have her in my Spanish class. I got her in my Spanish class last year. She was a new student at the time and kind of struggled a little bit to catch up, but in no time, through hard work and dedication, she has exceeded my expectations and has definitely caught up with the rest of the class. She has a really great sense of humor and a good supply of salmon at home. I'm very sad to see Grace leave, but she has definitely made a great transition to Ethiopia, and she's done this pretty much by herself. Her leadership skills already showing in full bloom. I'm very sad that Grace will not be attending ISD in the fall, and I know that her teachers and her friends feel the same way. Maybe if she hears that I'm bringing in chips and salsa to class, she might come back for a visit. I hope so. Felicidades, Graciela. And now, everybody's favorite DJ, Mr. Taylor.
Hi, everyone. I'm a wee bit nervous, I'll be honest, after all of those good speeches, and now you're left with me, but that's okay. This student is a joy to have in class. I'm quite honoured to present this because he's just engaged in everything we do. It doesn't matter how boring or mundane my economics lessons are. He is always part of it. He's always doing it with a way of bringing other students into the conversation, and he really enjoys it, which is great. It just makes life easier to teach. And he's very principled, he's honest, firm in his values, but also open-minded and accepting of others. He takes on leadership roles and is always there to support his classmates and build them up. This person has quickly become a leader in the 11th grade, both through example and through volunteering. He enthusiastically participates in swimming, NUN,
debate, and rock band. Yes, we have another one. The school's leadership council and in sponsored events, the student was able to move out of the United States for the first time from a small city to Senegal and embrace the experience wholeheartedly. He's a model student in every way, all the more admirable given he'd never left West Virginia. Sorry, I was going to break into song there. It wouldn't be the first time. I've been told his extended essay is specialised on ancient Greek warfare, of all things. I imagine we've only one student that is so passionate about military history to think writing 4,000 words about it would be a good idea. The student is Evan Pearson.
One other fact about Evan is he always has some
Jokes that aren't always funny. I was going to end with a joke about time travelling, but you didn't like it. Next up, Michael Martridge. Thank you very much.
Traditionally in education, excellence is seen as one who always follows the rules and submits work that adheres perfectly to those standards. Yet simply following the rules is not what we need from students in an age where the rules need to be changed. The problems of today will not be solved or even recognized by following the same frames that developed those problems in the first place. Instead, we need students who hesitate, who step back from what's expected, and find their own ways towards nuanced perspectives. This means taking risks that what we do may not be what is expected, and may even fail or worse, be misunderstood in the eyes of normalcy and in the ways in which excellence has been normalized. More than that, if such students take these risks, they also need to be responsible, and teachers need to take risks as well in order to trust these students to use our guidance while simultaneously allowing for students to be open-minded and creative, enough to find roundabout ways, digressions, and departures. There are a number of students who throughout the years, and since they are responsible, have earned this kind of trust and respect from me. And I'm honored to present this Jag Excellence Award to this one particular student who concerns himself not just with his own work, but takes sincere interest in others' work. He thinks about it, weighs it, and offers detailed and substantial advice as though all of our work is a collective aim. And so far, I've mentioned all the aspects of our ISD core values, and yet, as someone who just said we need a different set of rules than the ones that we have, I want to at least make an adjustment to our C in the core values. More than just creativity, we need curiosity, which I would argue is not quite the same as being creative and open-minded. The ability to be curious about any assignment or subject and find our own paths towards understanding, our own ways to incorporate an idea into the crafting of our own unique and collective world and worlding involves a heightened desire for exploration and experimentation for its own sake, without the worry of a grade, a due date, a completion of a unit. And all of this is what the student exhibits on a daily basis. Jan, you are unique as much as you are a valued part of the ISD community. You balance kindness, insight, curiosity, passion, and genuine concern in your role as a student, but also a person within the lived experience of this world. And Jan, remember that sometimes, without forgetting your compassion for others in the world, that in the words of Earl Sweatshirt, sometimes you need to Hulk smash the brackets that the masses try to stash me in. Thanks, Neon. Come on up here. Next up, we have Mr. Steve Weatherall.
When you arrive at a new school, as I did at the beginning of this academic year, like the new students, you don't know exactly what to expect. In what ways will this school be like others I've attended, and in what ways will it be different? You're grateful when someone immediately makes you feel at home, and that was the case with the student that I'm presenting an award to today. She herself had only arrived at ISD during the previous academic year, but I quickly learned that she gets involved in a wide variety of activities across the whole school. She showed her seriousness about success at school in our first conversation in the classroom, and we talked about her working habits and learning style. I recognised the issues from my own history of learning and how we must all learn to focus and prioritise, and I gave her some advice from my own experience. It turned out to be a topic that the whole class found useful to discuss. During the year, as her science teacher and advisor in grade 10, I have seen that this student engages in all aspects of school life. She's serious about the academic subject she takes and works to the best of her ability, including, as I mentioned, identifying the ways of learning which work for her. I look forward to seeing how her hard work in grade 10 will serve her when she embarks on the ambitious range of subjects she's chosen for the IB diploma. She will be well prepared in at least one course, Theory of Knowledge, since her MYP personal project involves creating a YouTube channel on philosophy. In addition to academic subjects, the winner of this award has been involved in a broad range of sporting activities: basketball, volleyball, dance. It would have been even more, but time is finite and everyone has to make choices. At ISD, if you're interested in instigating inspiring projects, there are a lot of opportunities for creative and proactive students, and this student has taken full advantage to pursue passion projects. She's presently working in her spare time editing videos. She's also been the driving force behind the compost bins project. As you've heard from me, this student is proactive, diligent, creative and inspiring. But the personal quality that I would most like to emphasise is her resilience. Last academic year, she was awarded a Genius Grant from ISD on the basis of an inspiring idea involving solar fans. This project has been very challenging and involved some difficulties and disappointments. We're still in the middle of solving the issues. It's easy to recognise our successes, but our personalities are tested most strongly in adversity, and this is the quality above all others that I'd like to highlight. So please congratulate the winner of this Jag Excellence Award, Hilary Ruhama.
Thank you to all of the presenters, and let's have one more round of applause for all of our Jag Excellence. One of the things that struck me about the different presenters and what they were saying, the attributes that they named were varied. We have amazing students here at ISD, and for that I feel very fortunate to get to work here. My mom used to say, iron sharpens iron. So thank you, students of the ISD High School, for helping to sharpen each other, for making each other better. Now, we get to go challenge and create and change ISD and continue furthering the betterment of this community, and y'all on stage get to do it across the globe. So let's give a special round of applause to our seniors. And for those of you who are not seniors, you get to challenge, create, and change your last block. So we're going to start with the people in the balcony. Everybody in the bottom of the house, of course, you guys will sit, and the balcony, you guys get to excellence. Have a great last block. You don't have to go to class.
Vamos foto, vamos video.
All right, and let's have the back half from row H. I'm totally making that up, I have no idea. Back half. See you later. Have a great last block. Both doors in the back are open, so you can go out either side.